Emissions from industry and manufacturing contribute heavily to air pollution in Ghana, but close to half of the country's pollutants are attributable to road transport, particularly on urban roads. Former Director of Air Quality at the EPA, Emmanuel Apo, attributes this to the increased vehicle population and poor driving behavior.
Our attitude on the roads are very bad. People tend to drive anyhow. If you don't drive well, mentions vehicular maintenance challenges also there because of funding. People buy vehicles but don't have the money to maintain them very well. You have plumes of smoke coming out of that. And also you have wear and tear from vehicles that are not maintained very well.
In Ghana, there are still obstacles hindering the full enforcement of environmental regulations aimed at managing air pollution.
Ghana is known to have some robust regulations and laws to combat air pollution on roads. By the way, it appears that air pollution, data from EPA, so air pollution on roads is still high, far higher than the WHO guidelines. So the question is, in spite of all these regulations, why do we have this issue?
Researchers from the Department of Biology, Environment and Occupational Health of the University of Ghana and relevant agencies gathered to identify these obstacles and how to address them. Dr. Reginald Kwanzaa is the lead researcher.
People are buying cars. There are more cars on our road than ever. Most of these cars are very old, have so many problems that can cause pollution on our road.
Participating institutions included the Office of the Attorney General, Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, Vehicle Dealers Association or Garages, and Motor Traffic and Transport Department of the Ghana Police Service. Others are Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Department of Urban Roads, Environmental Protection Agency, and the Ghana Private Road Transport Union. Political interference and lack of education emerged as significant hindrances to the enforcement process.
And for example, there are other issues of when corporates are prosecuted, there are some interferences from those in power. And so it becomes very difficult to implement the regulations and the laws. The social aspect, which has seen a lot of emphasis, that there's non-compliance to most of our regulations by the citizen. And one of the things that has come up is lack of education. Most people don't know about the laws, what they have to do and what they don't have to do.
Country lead of Clean Air Fund, Desmond Appiah, emphasized the importance of comprehending the factors impeding the implementation of air quality laws to fortify them.
But in all the great things that we are doing, and they'll give some of the examples, the first country in West Africa to take out some of the lead in fuels, a big study on kids exposure. Even today in West Africa, it is Ghana that does a lot more monitoring of the quality of air. Despite all these things, there are massive gaps. Everybody you talk to when it comes to pollution issues talks about enforcement. And there are volumes of reports about enforcement issues. But what is it really in the Ghana setting that we have to understand and see the best things to do for us to go for it?
For the participants, the workshop served as an eye-opener, revealing the devastating impact of air pollution and providing a platform to exchange perspectives. Some shared their personal experiences during the discussions.
So congestion in the road is one of the factors that contribute to air quality. So I think that is the area that we have to look at, congestion on the road. How to make sure that the pavement, the walkways, and the pedestrian areas are being utilized by the road users.
We have the laws, to be frank. The laws are there, the environmental protection agencies, they have the laws. But I feel that most of them are being flouted. They are not being followed up. We don't enforce it. And I think that is the major issue for me here.
As vehicles continue to emit harmful pollutants, addressing these obstacles becomes crucial for the preservation of air quality and public health. This story was a collaboration with New Narratives. Funding was provided by the Clean Air Fund. The funder had no say in the content of the story. For Joy News, Michael Ashale.